Let me finish. If a book teaches that you should not take a group as allies, if a book said don't take Gambians and Nigerians as allies, would that same book then claim to love Gambians and Nigerians? No. And the second thing, imagine if a book said that Gambians and Nigerians are the worst of creatures. Would that same book be used to say that you can love Nigerians and Gambians? No, that's what the Quran does. The polytheists and the Christians and the Jews are the what? Not the best of creation, the worst of creatures.
You can do better.
That's what.
Shame on you.
Yes,
Why are you
yes.
trying to spread anti-Islam
My very last
sentiments?
point. My very last point.
What
Yes,
is the goal?
I can
Look,
do better
are you
than that.
trying
Do you know
one
how?
second, may I say something?
I do
Are
better
you
than that
trying-
by following the Bible
Come on,
over the Quran. There you go. All you.
not
All you.
allowing me to-
All you.
You know, to at least to.
All you, my friend.
Okay, thank you for your gentleness and kindness, allowing me to speak. Actually, you're going back to the guy I know, the lovely guy, always polite.
Make your
for
point,
some,
please.
Some reason, what's wrong with you? What happened?
Make your point,
Why are you
please.
so anti-Islam for? What
Because
happened?
Islam's anti-Christianity. So anything
Why
anti-Christianity,
are
I'm
you
against.
saying that? Come on.
Show me a verse where Islam is pro-Christianity.
I will-
Show me one verse. One.
Beautiful, beautiful. As a Islam taught me, I was born in a Christian family, church, altar boy, scouts, Catholic church.
Go back.
Even though you might not necessarily share the same beliefs as the Catholic church, as a
Close
born
enough.
again and so on.
Close enough.
One thing Islam has emphasized, my love for Jesus, my love for Mary, and even to the extent
You
that
don't love them.
One second, don't jump.
You don't love them.
Okay.
In fact, I think you actually hate Jesus.
I believe you should be a bit more respectful. If you tell me you can talk, then you just say,
Okay,
"Oh,
fine.
you don't love them."
Fine.
That's not nice.
All right.
Come on.
I will challenge
Let's be
all your
civilized.
points.
Let's be civilized.
What does that mean?
Civilized is respectful
Okay.
to one another,
All right.
regardless of our differences.
Okay.
And if you truly believe that Christianity is the faith that teaches people tolerance and loving the other, you're not necessarily practicing that which you're trying to
Christianity
preach.
teaches tolerance, you say.
Anyway.
For what?
Anyway, putting that aside.
Okay.
Let me try to finish my point. What are you going to achieve by trying to make anti-Islamic spread false narratives, anti-Islamic sentiments, and in order to make people maybe potentially, are you conscious that someone might attack an innocent Muslim woman or a child because of the kind of sentiments you're trying to spread, these views and these opinions that Islam hates the different people, Islam is against Christians? Are you conscious of the consequences of what you're trying to portray Islam as?
Ready for my point? You ready?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
here.
so
I'm gonna
to
try
go through the point systematically. Number one, you claimed that there are verses in the Quran that tell you to love Christians. You didn't show a single one, so you're lying to me. Lying isn't respectful. That's number one. No. Oh, now I'm talking, you're interrupting. Stay on your own, man. Stay on your own. All right, so number one, you're a liar. When it comes to you having verses in the Quran that say to love Christians, you're a liar. That's number one. Number two, when you claim to love Jesus and Mary.
I'm not allowed. Let me just.
So you're interrupting me.
Let me just highlight
So,
what you're trying to
don't
say.
forget, audience,
Please.
we wanted respect. And in respect, let people talk. But now, when it suits him,
Just
respect
tell me-
flies out the window.
Do you mind
All
to
right.
explain to me
All right.
what you mean? I'm just confused, honestly confused.
Number one,
Did I say
there's no verse in the
Islam-
Quran that tells you to love Christians. Number
Okay,
one.
I spoke about humanity. Humanity.
Show me a verse that says to love
creation
humanity.
Of God, the creation of
Show
God.
me that verse in the Quran, please.
I understand you're trying to portray Islam as an anti-Christian, anti-Christ.
It's anti-Christ and anti-Christian,
Anti-Christ.
absolutely, yes.
I understand
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
But as I said, as first-hand testimony, as someone who came from a Christian background, I'm speaking directly to the audience because I understand you're not someone who is conscious enough to be mature to see the harm that you are causing into the society.
So much for respect.
Okay, so I, as a person
Flew out the window
who
very
comes
fast.
from a Christian background, Islam did highlight the teachings and the high status
Show me
that
where.
Mary, the
Show me
mother of
where.
Christ,
Show me where.
had,
Show me.
without me
Show me.
necessarily
Show
having
me.
to worship her.
Show me.
Look, the Prophet peace be
It's not
upon
there.
him. The Prophet peace be upon him. Look,
There you go.
Look, it's so.
There you go.
I find it so.
All the
amazing.
Quran does is lie about Mary.
I find it so amazing how much courage a person needs to have to just lie in your face. So
Yeah, I know. I agree. I agree.
Islam doesn't speak highly about Mary.
That's not what I said. I never said
Islam
that.
doesn't teach you to like Mary.
It just tells lies about her.
Islam doesn't teach you about to love Jesus and Christians.
It doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
Look,
Absolutely.
the beautiful thing,
Absolutely.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Show me where you're taught to love Jesus.
Prophet Muhammad
And
is-
then show me further how you love Jesus.
Okay, I respect you.
There you go.
So, Prophet Muhammad, during the first period of his, the early days of Islam, while the Prophet Muhammad was preaching Islam quietly in Mecca, he has ordered his companions to seek shelter and protection from a Christian king and an African king, which is everything you're trying to say that Muslims are against, okay? Everything. If Prophet Muhammad would promote hatred towards Christians, why would he talk highly about the King Najashi, saying that he's a just man, and even spoke highly about his practice as a Christian, okay? Highly about his practice of Christianity and sincerity. So why are you trying to portray Islam as an antichrist, hating Christians, and just being like an Uncle Tom during the service for the ones that love a guy looking like you as a minority, yeah, to come to other minorities to do the dirty job? Why? Why are you allowing yourself to go that low?
Ready?
It's a shame.
Identity politics is nonsense. I don't participate in that. If you want to carve out your identity as being a marginalized black man, that's your own. That's not me personally. I'm a child of God, first of all. Now, number two.
Why you doing the dirty job to say
Stop.
that?
My turn.
Why you
Now,
doing the
when it
dirty job
comes
to
to you trying to claim that because Muhammad sends his followers to a Christian for protection, therefore he loves Christians. No,
Did I say he loves?
I say
Did I
the
say
opposite.
Prophet Muhammad?
I say
Did I
that he
use the
sent
word
them there
love
because he
Christians?
knew that the man was just. So he took
Why are you
advantage
being
of the
unjust
man.
then? Why
He
are
took
you
advantage
being
of the
unjust? You're not a
man
sincere
in order to keep his cultic movement
look,
going.
Your version
So
of Christianity
ultimately, that
is
is
a
why he
whitewashed-
sent them
is a
there.
whitewashed
That has nothing to do
Christianity
whatsoever
where
with the
God-
idea
the white
of
man
him
is a
being
God,
loving
and
towards
the-
Christians.
and the people like
All right.
yourself,
So
people
now
like yourself
you're playing
are here.
identity politics.
People
Okay,
like yourself
let's
are
play
here,
it.
just like our politicians
According
in
to
the
your
UK,
hadiths,
like the
what
foreign,
color is Muhammad?
Look, just
Hold
like,
on.
one second.
You
Just like
said
the
that
politicians
that
in the
Christ
UK,
was
yeah?
white.
Just
According
like-
to
who
your
said Christ
hadith,
was-
you said
look,
that.
Look, one second.
According to your
One
hadith,
second, mate.
what
One
color
second,
is
mate.
Muhammad?
Mate,
According to your hadith, what color is he? Is he black?
Let's stick to the subject.
Is he brown?
Mate, let's
Or
stick
does
to-
your hadith say that
Mate,
Muhammad was
mate,
described
let's- don't change
as his
subjects.
Sahaba,
Don't-
as
look,
that white man
look,
over
first
there?
he's
So
spreading-
you
first
also
he's
worship a
spreading-
white man.
Come on, that's the most ignorant statement I ever heard. We're not Christians, mate.
Yes,
Prophet Muhammad
and that
a
is why you're
prophet
wrong,
and
because you're not a Christian.
messenger. Prophet of look, he's a messenger of God.
Who
He
you're
is
supposed
not
to
equal
submit to.
us. He's not God.
You're
he's the
also
servant
supposed to
of God.
submit to him.
And this gives
If
us
your
the right
wife
balance.
wants to
This
marry
gives
him,
us the
then
right
automatically
balance
she
of
divorces
how
you and marries
you should
him.
respect
Muhammad
a
is said
person
by the Quran
of
to
honor.
have more rights over the
Unlike you,
believers
I as a
than their
Muslim,
own
I would
selves.
never dare.
So Muhammad
I might
has
hate-
more right
I
to
might
you
hate what
than
I-
you do to
Look,
yourself.
I might hate
So
what
you're
someone-
literally submitting
I might
yourself
hate
to a
what
man
this guy
who is no
telling
longer
me,
alive.
But these will
How is that not
never-
worship?
This is the beauty of the religion of Islam that
That
makes
you
me
submit
have
yourself to Muhammad even though he's not alive anymore?
certainty. This gives, your behavior is giving me certainty about the truth of Islam. Even
What is the truth of Islam?
Even you might insult Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Where's
You
the
might
insult?
Allah. Islam would never allow me to say a single harf, a single letter to insult Jesus.
Well,
Or
because you can't, because you attempt to legitimize yourself by incorporating Jesus like many other cults do. So obviously you can't insult him.
Even
Because if you insult
I don't
him,
believe-
then you have no more
come on,
foundation
come on,
in your religion
You
anymore.
just speak a lot. again. But
You've talked more than I have.
Let me stick to the point. Even if you worship Jesus or you make God human, Islam would never allow me to ever insult your beliefs.
Hold on a second.
This is like
the Quran itself insults Christians.
This is the drop the mic for you.
So wait a second.
So bless you, brother. I still will be respectful.
Before you go,
and I wish you the best.
Before you go,
and I hope you have an open
Christians
heart
the worst of
and
creatures?
An open mind.
Before you go,
listen.
Are Christians the worst of creatures?
I'm still gonna be respectful. And
according to you, my previous Christian,
I still gonna wish you a great day.
So basically, your parents who are Christian. Wait, hold on. Your parents who are Christian, are they the worst of creatures?
I follow the religion of Islam. Okay?
So are your parents who are Christian the worst of creatures?
Now he's insulting.
John came back. All right, tag team.
John,
tag team. You were here helping John. Now hopefully John can help you. Johnny boy, get in here. Johnny boy, get in here. It is.
Respect the white man.
Johnny boy, get in here.
They say that Muhammad had a ginger beard.
They do say that.
The hadith.
They do say that.
Muhammad had a ginger beard.
In fact, once upon a time,
his skin was white. This man looks like
this man's like Muhammad.
He looks like
Muhammad's right there, man.
In the hadith.
The
hadith.
According to hadith, Jesus is brown.
At least
so actually, you're wrong.
At least Leonardo da Vinci painted Jesus white. We don't have that leverage in Islam, innit? We don't have that leverage.
In all of your descriptions of Jesus. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me show you guys something.
Listen, the angels.
Let me show you guys something. This guy said that in Islam they don't paint Jesus white. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. Yeah, he does.
Look at the hadith. Look at the hadith.
The hadith, man.
Read the hadith.
Now,
I'll show him.
Taking the word that it's not worth the hadith says this guy.
I told you.
He's nasty.
Hadith says
Islamic sentiment.
All right.
I was just telling him.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Islamic iconography of Jesus and Mary. Are they black? No, they are both white.
That's right.
So, it appears that in Islam, historically, they would depict Mary and Jesus as white.
That's right.
Now, look.
That's right.
So, look, right here, Jesus right here looks like John Fontaine. So, what's going on here? Okay, it's that simple.
That's the power.
To bring things back to forum.
The power.
Brother, tell me about your uniform. Which African tribe?
Islam.
African tribe. Where's
The
your
power of
Alrighty.
Islam.
He comes.
To bring things back to forum.
White. Islam is white.
Tell it.
That's
The white power of Islam.
Alrighty.
The white power of Islam.
Wait, can I read this?
The white power of Islam.
This ain't gonna work for John Fontaine, but okay.
One question. You can't find that.
Alright.
You can't find that.
The handlers.
That's right.
What you
Come on.
All of mankind is from Adam and Eve.
Look at my brother. How is
It's a lie.
So this is the last khutbah of Muhammad.
It's a lie.
Wait, so
It's not true. It doesn't use the word white. It doesn't use the word white. No, it doesn't. Go read the Arabic. It says a red man. Go read the Arabic first. It's a red man. This is Musnad Ahmed. It's simple. All right.
So white has no superiority over black.
You're reading the English, my friend, and I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
Well, really?
This is from Musnad Ahmed. Go and read the Arabic, and the Arabic says the word red. Red is not white, my friend.
Reddish. What was the undertone of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
Sorry?
The undertone.
He had no undertone. He was a white guy, according to the
The
hadith.
undertone.
Yes.
No undertone.
Good.
So in the
Show me a hadith that says that, and I can show you the hadith that says it was white. And know what you're gonna do. All right. So let us show. Huh?
Islam is a white man religion.
I mean, pretty much. Okay, look. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. If the hadiths claim that Muhammad is a white man,
Yes.
and the Quran says the following:
what does it say?
you must submit to Muhammad and all of his edicts to be a Muslim. Muhammad has more right to the believers than their own selves. If any of your wives want to give themselves to Muhammad, they automatically divorce you. If a man who is white, according to the hadith, has more right to you than yourself, can take your wife, and you have to obey everything he says, then the religion is that of a white man. There you go.
That's right.
So the answer
The hadith.
hadith answers is that all you know?
I only take primary sources.
Islam is racist.
Go find me one. Go find me one.
Islam is racist.
Wait, come here.
Racist. White supremacist racist.
What's this?
I'm not saying the Quran.
Pull it up.
I'm not saying the Quran. It's in the hadith. And ask any Muslim to separate, if he's going to separate the Quran from the hadiths. They can't. Therefore, it's racist.
Okay, thank you. Uncle, I see free. Alright.
So I'm gonna pull you guys up a little hadith that talks about Muhammad but in a very interesting manner. So by the way, there is a fatwa that commands that if anybody claims that Muhammad is black,
What will happen?
He was dark, you crazy. Of course he was black. You crazy man. Muhammad was dark. He was dark like me. Dark like him. He was dark, very dark.
show me that in the hadith, please.
He was dark,
He knows
not
nothing.
white.
All right.
I'll be
Not
honest,
white.
this guy's a jahil. If you know what jahil
No,
is.
Jesus was white. Even Jesus was dark.
I'll be honest.
Dark,
But
dark.
here's the thing. He was a medium height amongst the people, neither tall nor short. He had a rosy color. What does rosy mean? How does a rose look like? What color is a rose?
Red normally.
Oh, red. But here's the
Even your
hadith
Buddha
was
was
what?
tan.
It said
Buddha
a
was
red
tan.
man and a black man, yes? So when it's talking about a red man, what is it talking about? Tell me, what is it talking about? An Arab man and a non-Arab.
So that's not
A white
helping
man and a
you
black
because
man.
white people routinely turn red under certain circumstances. So that's not helping you. Now, let me help you. Sahih al-Bukhari, number 63. While we were sitting with the prophets in the mosque, a man came riding on a camel. He made his camel kneel down in the mosque, tied its foreleg, and said, "Who amongst you is Muhammad?" At the time, the prophet was sitting amongst us, his companions, leaning on his arm. We replied, "The white man reclining on his arm."
I disagree with his wife. I disagree with his wife.
So, wait a second. So, Muhammad's white.
Yeah, he's white with a
Okay,
complexion.
all right. So, Muhammad is white. Your religion tells you to submit to Muhammad in all...
Submit.
Submit to Muhammad.
Submit. What does Muslim mean?
So,
What does Muslim mean?
Okay,
Muslim mean?
Muslim means submission. Now,
To what?
No.
To what?
Submission in general.
To Muslim in general.
Oh, actually, sorry. My apologies. Let me take 2 steps back. So, Islam means submission. A Muslim is one who submits.
What to who?
Not to a who. Simply submission.
Submit to-
Now, don't forget, your Quran tells you that you're not a Muslim.
Okay.
Not if you submit to Allah.
Quran doesn't tell me I'm not Muslim.
No. Listen very carefully. Your Quran will tell you that you, my lovely friend, are not a Muslim if you do not submit to Muhammad and every direction that he gives you.
Submit
Okay?
is not the right word.
That's
Listen
what
to
your
his
Quran
teachings.
says.
That is-
That's what your Quran
it's not
says.
submit.
It says 2 more
Pull up
things.
the verse. Pull up the verse.
No worries.
Pull up the verse.
I'll get you all 3.
Let's give-
Secondly, if your wife wants to give herself to Muhammad without your consent, my friend, you automatically divorce her and let her go to Muhammad. The Quran says that. Number 3, Muhammad has more rights. Muhammad has more rights to you than your own self. What on earth does that mean? A man who is no longer alive has more right to you than your own self? What does that mean?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay. No. This is in the Quran. It's all in the Quran.
Okay, put the
Okay?
hadith. Put
So,
the verses.
so
That's it.
before I pull them up, it appears that in his religion, a white man wants you to do 3 things. Give him your wife without any protest from you. Listen to everything he says with no recompense whatsoever, and has more right to you than you do to yourself. That's insane. Now, these are Quran verses, baby. These are Quran verses. Let's do them one by one. Let's start with the Prophet having more right to you than your own self. I know you can read it as well, so you can read through this. No worries. I'm a little bit rusty. I haven't done a debate in like a couple of weeks. Alrighty, first one. If you go to Surah 33, Ayah 6. Go for it. Alright, fine. Well, it says the following. The Sahih International reads as follows. The Prophet is more worthy of the believers than themselves, and his wives are their mothers. So, Muhammad is more worthy to you than you are to your own self. Here you go.
The Prophet is more worthy of the believers than themselves. You want to go to tafsir?
Go, do whatever you like. Do whatever you like. But the problem remains that you are supposedly, somebody has more authority over you than you do your own self. Go for it.
Allah tells us that how his messenger is merciful and sincere towards his ummah, and how he is closer to them than they are to themselves. Does that mean that he...
So the word in the Arabic is not closer. So the hadith is lying to you.
You're telling me that the tafsir is wrong.
Yes, because the word used is not closer.
Christian that's better than the tafsir.
Well, yeah, that's very easy. Because the word used isn't closer.
Let's go to another one.
Go for it. The word that's used in the Quran verse is not closer. And even if it was closer, how would Muhammad be nearer to you than you are to yourself?
It's closer, right?
Nope.
Awliya.
What?
It's awliya.
The Prophet is more worthy to the believers than their own self. How can...
You said worthy.
More worthy, as you can see, look at it right here.
Worthy.
Science International. So
the word you said is closer.
Even if I went with closer, how is it possible for another person to be closer to you than you are to your own self? How is that possible?
I don't know about this verse.
Okay, that's number one. Let me show you the one way. Wait. You agree that Muhammad is closer or more worthy to you than you are to yourself?
Muhammad is the best of Muslims and the best of Muslims. Yes.
So why does that mean that he basically is closer to you than you are to yourself?
I don't know the context of the verse. I'll agree with that.
Maybe don't agree with something you don't understand.
Because here's the thing, as a Muslim, you're supposed to believe that the Quran is Kalam Allah, and the Kalam Allah is no contradictions, no mistakes. So if I reject something in the Quran, I would not be a Muslim anymore.
Maybe you shouldn't be a Muslim because there are contradictions in the Quran. How about that?
I can't find the contradictions in the Quran, but I can find the contradictions in the Bible.
So, for example, if I said, you said there is no contradiction in the Quran, right? Okay, so it says here that the wives of Muhammad are the mothers of the believers.
Yes.
Is Muhammad a believer?
Huh?
Is Muhammad a believer?
Muhammad is a believer, they're his wives.
So, but no, is Muhammad a believer?
Yes.
So Muhammad's wives are the mothers of the believers.
This is a terrible
So is Muhammad's wife his mother?
This is a terrible contradiction.
Okay, well, help me understand. Muhammad's wives are the mothers of the believers. Is Muhammad a believer?
Muhammad is a believer.
So his wives are also his mothers.
So you're telling me now that, for example, Jesus, okay, in Isa alayhi salam,
You said there was no contradiction in the Quran. That right there is a contradiction.
Give me a second. So is the wife, for example, is the wives of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam the mothers of Isa alayhi salam?
Isa is not a Muslim.
So you use the Muslim name for Isa, but you're saying he's not Muslim.
Isa is not a Muslim.
Okay, how did Isa pray?
With his eyes to the sky and to his father.
So he didn't pray with his head on the floor?
He prayed in various positions, but it still stands to reason. There's a contradiction in the Quran relating to the fact that the Quran claims that Muhammad's wives are the mothers of the believers, and Muhammad himself is a believer, meaning that Muhammad's wives are also his mothers. However, in Surah 4, 23 and 24, you can't marry your mother.
That's Abraham.
Who's Ibrahim?
Abraham.
Who's Ibrahim?
Abraham.
What about him?
Is he now, for example, he's a believer? Yes, he believes in
He's not a Muslim. He's not a Muslim. Muslims are strictly a religion that sprang up in the 7th century in Arabia and no place else.
What's the meaning of a Muslim? What's the meaning of a Muslim?
The Muslim is simply one who submits
to God.
No, that doesn't work. For example, imagine if I told you this. A Christian is somebody that believes that Christ is the Messiah. Muhammad believes that Christ is the Messiah. Therefore, he's a Christian. It doesn't work that way, my friend. I'm sorry. You're playing word games.
So Muslim means the one who submits to the will of God.
No, it does not mean that. It simply means one that submits.
It's coming from Google right now.
Yeah, but where's Google taking it from?
Muslim,
It's
which means
taking it from getbug.edu, my friend.
Okay, cool. Let's get to another one then. Muslims. Do you want to go to Wikipedia? Or do you want to go to Cambridge Dictionary?
Go to wherever you like. The definition is taken from somewhere else, and a Muslim is simply one that submits.
Here it's saying one who submits to the will of God. And as a Muslim, I know what that means.
No, because that doesn't count. For example, it doesn't count that way.
So let's go to the Quran. How about that?
Well, a Muslim, according to the Quran, is somebody who believes in Allah on the last day. So, for example, does Allah himself believe in himself? Hold on a second. Does Allah believe in himself? My friend,
Why are you asking me a stupid question?
my friend, if a Muslim, according to the Quran, is somebody who believes in Allah on the last day, does Allah believe in himself? My friend,
Brother,
what
this is a
happens?
Very stupid question. Very stupid question.
My friend, does Allah believe in himself?
You can clearly see me just look at myself.
Okay, fine.
Creepy smiling on my face.
Take your time, because I can play word games too. If a Muslim is somebody that believes in Allah on the last day, Allah also believes in himself on the last day. Therefore, Allah is a Muslim. I can play word games too, so it's not an issue.
I mean, this is literally the meaning of the what?
You're saying that a Muslim is somebody that submits to God. Therefore, whoever submits to God is a Muslim. That doesn't work, my friend. I'm sorry. That's literally, that's a logical fallacy. I'm sorry. That's literally called affirming the consequence.
So it says
Because a Satanist can submit to a single God. That would make them Muslim. So can a Zoroastrian and a Mormon.
It's kind of funny too.
What?
Okay, so strive for the cause of Allah in the way He is, the way He deserves. For it is He who has chosen you and laid upon you no hardship in the religion, the way of your forefather Abraham. It is Allah who named you the ones who submit in the earliest scriptures and in this Quran that you, so the messages may be a witness over you and that you may be a witness over humanity. So.
What's that meant to be, my friend? Okay, so a Muslim is somebody that submits to God. Does Allah submit to himself?
Why would Allah submit to himself?
He doesn't? So Allah rebels against himself.
Why would he rebel against himself?
Okay, so he submits to himself,
You're
right?
basically saying, can I pray to myself?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Hold on, does Allah submit to himself? Because don't forget, you guys will tell me that Allah does things that befit His Majesty.
I'll give you the question like you can ask me.
No,
Does Jesus pray to himself?
I prefer.
Does Jesus pray to himself?
No, he doesn't. No, not himself. No,
When Jesus prays to the Father, he's not praying to himself?
the Father is not himself. No,
So the Father is not him?
No.
Are they all one God?
they are one God in that they are one essence, but there are three distinct persons.
Or there's three distinct persons?
Yes.
How are they distinct?
They are distinct via relation.
Via relations. Relational attributes, correct?
Sorry,
The relational attributes, correct?
that is one way that they're distinct. Sure,
Okay, so then the relational attributes, one way.
that's one
So
way.
there's other ways. What
Yeah.
ways? What ways?
By means of procession. For example, the Father is the on cause. The Son is the one that precedes
what
the
you're
Father.
just doing is
but
saying
hold on,
the relational attributes. That is
hold
the
on.
relational attributes. Being eternally begotten, unbegotten, and proceeds forth, right? These are the relational attributes I'm talking about.
Yeah, but being begotten is a procession. So it's like effectively this is all like surface level stuff for the Trinity. But my point still remains that yes, it's very surface level.
But you're still asking.
My
Your
point
question-
still
your
remains:
question is-
does Allah believe in Himself?
Your question is does God pray to himself?
And that was my question. And I never asked that. I never asked that question.
Does God submit to himself?
Yes,
You're saying does God pray to himself?
that's so basically submission isn't tantamount to prayer.
So submission, what's submission?
Submission simply just means bringing yourself under someone's authority. So does Allah bring Himself under His own authority?
So how does that make sense?
I'm asking you a question.
How does that make sense?
I'm asking you a question, and you can either tell me a yes or a no, or try and.
You're trying to put me into a false dichotomy, which basically
Okay.
it's not going to work. It's not gonna
Hold
work.
on a second. You guys will tell me that Allah only does things that befit His Majesty, right?
That is a contract to perfection.
But by befitting His Majesty, are you literally not telling me that He is submitting Himself to very confined parameters of what He can and cannot do?
It wouldn't be confined parameters because it would be something that's contrary to his perfection.
Okay.
The thing His Majesty is just another way of saying he's not going to do something that's going to contradict his perfection.
Okay. So, for example, having a son. How does having a son contradict the person of Allah?
Because it's basically saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can have offspring and He's like His creation. And in Surah Al-Ikhlas, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. He does not beget nor is He born. First of all, that's contradicting the Quran, as going against His kalam way. And another one would be that saying Allah is mimicking His finite creation, because having offspring is an attribute of something that's finite. The only reason we have offspring is because we are finite. You understand, right?
We have offspring because we're finite.
Yes.
Rocks are finite. Do they have offspring?
Rocks are finite.
Do they have offspring?
No, they don't have offspring.
Okay, so your first point is wrong then.
Okay, in the terms of when we're talking about finite, we're talking about we're going to die. You know what I'm saying? Like we're mortal.
Well, no. Finite doesn't mean you're gonna die. Finite means that you're created and you have an end.
Yes, and you have an end. That's basically
Rocks aren't immortal, in case you didn't know that.
Are they alive?
They don't have to be alive to be a thing that's created.
I'm not saying finite, cool. You know, if you want to hyperfixate on my semantics, sure, I'll reword it and I'll say mortal. And you can stop that creepy smile because it's kind of annoying. So
don't cry, my friend.
I'm not crying. It's just you're just smiling.
You want me to frown at you instead?
No, just kind of close your mouth.
No, it's okay. I'll smile because I'm happy. Because you are burying yourself in Islam. But carry on, my friend. Carry on.
Cool. So when it comes to the semantics that you were talking about, I'll reword it and I'll say mortal. When something has offspring, okay, it is mortal, correct? You agree with that?
No, not necessarily, no.
Explain to me how not.
So, for example, you're limiting the scope by which something can have offspring. Sure, certainly, rational creatures like human beings and even animalistic creatures have offspring through procreation. But is that the only way to have offspring? What about through procession?
Give me an example.
Like you have with the father and the son. The son is the procession of the father. Sorry?
No, give me an example that is not the Trinity.
Well, I don't have to. Because I can give you... Wait, hold on.
Give me an example that's not the Trinity.
Just justify why I have to give you an example that is not the Trinity. Justify that for me. You can't.
Because you're basically saying, right, this exists and this is real, and you can have offspring through procession, but then you're not giving the example within reality as how procession actually exists.
I'm sorry, does Allah function only within reality?
Allah does not function only within reality.
Okay, so I don't have to give you... Perfect.
But then I can explain
so for the subject of Allah... Hold on a second. For the subject of Allah, I don't have to give you a manner bound by reality which Allah can have offspring. So again, you told me earlier, Allah submits to Himself stroke.
Nobody said that.
Well, that's essentially what you admitted. But Allah submits to... Let me finish.
So when did I ever say that Allah submits Himself?
Let me finish. Allah submits to Himself in as much so as...
You said that if you want, sure.
Let me finish. Allah submits to Himself in as